Hey riders, and good morning to you. It's February 4th, 2024. Time for Team GRC's Sunday Short Ride. What we got on screen here is just a little shot of England, UK here. Just out of interest, you can see the start-finish of the ride here we're going to be doing today, Buttertubs. I was born just up here on the coast, North Shields, Tynemouth. Have never been back. Left England in, I think it was 75. Kind of crazy, right? Anyways, let's just jump in here. Get into the ride. Let's take a look at the top. So this is Buttertubs Pass, one of UK's top 100 climbs to do. 5.45 kilometers, 5% average gradient, very deceptive. 271 meters of climbing, because you're going to hit gradients up to 21%. Little spots of it. If you take a look at the bottom here, it's an immediate climb. It's a 2-kilometer climb to start with. So you can see here on the left-hand side, 2 kilometers out to about this point here. Then we're going to start flattish to downhill. But over that 2 kilometers, you know, you're going to see gradients 11, 12%. Some big numbers in there. But there is this flat section in the middle where you're going to drop down to 6%. My suggestion is for everyone to just absolutely hammer this hill. I did my recon video yesterday, and it was way easier than I thought it was going to be. I never really felt like I was on my limit, that I was really getting ready to blow up. Probably because everyone's going out fresh. This applies to everyone. You're all going to be starting fresh. Fresh legs. You know, your heart rate's going to be low at this point. And I just ground my way up this baby. I kept my heart rate under control. I do better on climbs, even though I'm a bigger rider. Just my riding style of, I will grind at 65, 70 RPMs up these 12, 16% climbs. No problem. Once I start spinning fast, my heart rate just gets elevated. So after you get to the top of the 2K, you're going to have a full kilometer here. You can look at the bottom here of the profile. From 2 kilometers to 3, it's flat to downhill, and then there's going to be a bit of a wall. I think this is where you hit the steepest stuff. Yeah, the 20% right there. You can see 20.88% right there. Get to the top, a couple of tiny little rollers to keep you honest. Bump down, and I think I mentioned in my video, once you get to about 4.5, 4.6 kilometers, you can see here on the profile where my mouse pointer is, it's downhill then. So at that point, you know, you're going to be, position should be pretty much locked in. Unless you're a super huge, powerful rider and you're going to blast past a little rider, a small, lightweight climber, it's going to be very hard to pass there. So the race will probably be over by, I don't know, 3 and a bit kilometers, most likely. Be pretty established anyways. Hey, so we got a great turnout for this race. Let's just jump into the app now. I don't want to miss this. Had a bit of problems here. I couldn't get into the warm-up this morning. I'll make sure my mic is good. So I'm actually in the event. I didn't unregister in time. So riders, this is, I just said to the people in the Discord, this is the morning after the night before for me. I was out at the casino, stayed at the hotel right nearby because I'm a super good boy. I won't drink if I've even had a drop of alcohol. Sorry, I won't drive if I've even had a drop of alcohol. My wife does this funny thing at the end of the nights. We finish the night pretty early. She hits the vending machines at the hotel, buys 4 chocolate bars, a big bag of candy. I shouldn't be telling you this. She'd kill me if she knew this. And continues to devour them all. I was passed out. And every time, but I'm a light sleeper, so every time I woke up, she was wide awake. Probably just jacked on candies, chocolates, and sugars. So good thing is, she had me back on the road home at 20 after 5 this morning, because I did say I was doing this mobile. I forgot my mic. So this would have been very difficult for me to do. I got a bunch of good riders here. Juliet Elliott signed up. YouTuber, quite a big YouTuber. Tons of the Discord members, tons of GRC. We've got muckers. Special shout out to there's a lady here today. Her name is Smilefly. She is I can see her on screen right now, actually. I see her name there. Here she is. I think this is her first. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. So everyone's off here, folks. Everyone is off. There should be just monstrous watts here at the front. Just I keep telling people, just annihilate yourself on this first climb here. Because before you know it, yeah, Nobby style's perfect. I love this. Nobby always pulls a huge rocket launch start. He's already into the 14% stuff, but look at this, Procat. Now, just to say, Procat, probably the winner of this event. We're going to find out real quick. Hardy's chasing hard. Love to see this out of Hardy. Hardy, another member of Team GRC and the Discord. Here's a great rider too, GTZR 3000. Awesome. Anthony G from Canada, representing GRC. Megan Hill. Turcotte. Can see all the names here. Some of them are ghosting up. C Ribbons. Just saw that rider recently in another event. This is fantastic, folks. Let's take a quick map mode. First map mode is always a bit slow to launch. Look at the stream. Looks like we had one person not start. Must have had a mechanical snap their cranks. They were going so hard at the very beginning. So yeah, this is painful, but it's over fast. So here they're in the hardest part of the first climb. Sorry, the first segment of the first climb. Tony Yeager here, and we got Bajak on screen. Look at him. He's right here. 4 watts per kilo. This is looking nice. Yep, this is what I was kind of riding it at yesterday. Yeah, Bashak's spinning way better than I do. Must be my gearing. Chad Ritchie here as well. Take a look at Chad. Chad's a lighter climber than Bashak is. Who's leading the front? It should be Procat right now. Yeah, Procat's now got a 26-meter lead on Hardy. Procat pushing close to 5 watts per kilo. I can tell right away Procat's probably a 70-kilogram rider. Perfect for this type of stuff. We got to hope some of the real big numbers people can pull them back on the flats. So if you look at the profile on the bottom, you can see we get some yellow stuff before the second phase of the first climb. That's a good spot to hammer it. Just get those little 10, 15, 20 meter buffers. You can stay. That might make the difference in the race because you're going to be into the next climb and they're not going to be able to pull back much on you. Again, look at these beautiful dry stone walls. That's my reference to the BBC comedy, I think it was BBC, The Trip with Steve Coogan, Rob Brydon. One of my favorite shows of all time. They talked about vaulting over dry stone walls, doing a costume drama. Anyways, enough with that. Hyper Octopus chasing Procat quite hard. I'm not sure who this rider is. Chasing hard on the Trek Madone. What's Procat riding? Procat riding Trek Madone. See Ribbons doing really well. I think I saw Ribbons either at a Muckers race or maybe it was the Amstel Gold race. And Ribbons is really pushing hard. Alex is right up there too. Great job, Alex. Look at this out of Alex. Just met Alex a few months ago. One of the first people to start following me a lot on YouTube, I believe. So I've lost track of people's names, but Alex is a solid member of Team GRC and trains hard, always putting great efforts in. He's doing exactly what he needs to be doing here. Alex right around 80 kilograms. So not a lightweight climber, not kind of like an all-rounder, I would say. He's got enough power to push hard on the flats, but can also climb really well. E. Turcotte, Mike B from ICC. Hardy is just falling back a tiny bit, just pacing themselves up. We got Oscar GTZ here. I've seen Oscar a few times before. GTZR 3000. Yeah, lots of great riding here. Here's Holly. Here, I called her yesterday. This is our Holly. And that's my parents are very English. My stepdad's Scottish. The Brits always say our when it's someone that they know. And this is our Holly 87. She rides for GRC. She's in the Discord group all the time. Really good climber. So I've told Holly she needs to climb hard because these flats are going to kind of turn the tables against her, against the big power riders. This is a really good shot here when we just round the... We're going to go around to the left a little bit on this flat section here. So it's already eased off. It's already at 7%, which feels like nothing when you've been riding 14. You're going to see the hill up ahead of us. That's going to be the second phase of the climb. So take a look over the dry stone walls here. You can just see the road creeping up into the distance. I absolutely love this. We got Megan Hill here. J. Margolius. Seen this name a lot too. Here's Tony. AK Chris. Shout out to Chris. Just joined the Discord. Thank you for joining us. Granddad Rick. Great rider. Nard. Here's Bernard. Bernard's my buddy from Florida. He's a really good climber. Lightweight climber. Good to see him out here doing his thing. Trigger 84. I don't know if that's right. Flat rider. Here's John. SR71. Paceline G is right with Roger. Roger always rides in this red jersey. Who's Baumick? I've seen this name before. Oh, Nobby Styles is back in action here. So Nobby had the rocket start. Is just pacing with his teammates now. So yeah, look at this here. SR71, Roger Trainer, Paceline G, Nobby Styles, all 4 members active in our Discord. Get in the Discord, folks, if you want to chat bikes and stuff. Gonna whip right back to the fun. Here's ProCat. Almost 7 watts a kilo. He's kicked through. He's coming up to the hardest stuff right now, actually. Here it is. Now there's a segment in the second climb that's tougher than this, but we're back in that 14% stuff. Just averaging 6 watts per kilo all the way. Hyper Octopus in second here is the red dot. Third dot back is Chris Ribbons. I just said Chris. I don't know if that's your name. It's Ribbons. C. Ribbons. Alex still rocking it in 5th position. That's awesome. Okay, folks. Whilst ProCat just blasts the field apart here, just absolutely annihilating himself to get up over this climb. This is how it needs to be done. Because you're going to get to rest here right away. I'm not saying you're going to be resting. And actually, you know what I'm noticing here? Look at ProCat's cadence up this hill. 70 RPMs. Love it. Absolutely love it. Actually, everyone else is 62 RPMs. C. Ribbons is an 86er. I can see different styles here. Look at Oscar. Grinder. Grind it out. I love it. Turcotte not that high either. Alex. Alex is a spin machine. Spin to win, Alex. Wow, that's so neat to see that. This is something you probably don't see or know about, folks. Look at ProCat here. Not really spinning. On the flats now. Now it's time to rest. ProCat's resting now and get into that 3 watt per kilo range, knowing that they've got the flat and the downhills. Whilst this is going on, I have to jump to the back. Have to. Tracy Styles, 53rd place, right on Stacy. Smilefly. Yes, Smilefly. You can do this. So, just a quick point here, folks. I believe this is Smilefly's first ever race. It may even be one of her first few times on an inside training bike. I could be wrong, but that's kind of the gist of the story I heard. So for her to tackle this is pretty impressive. I'm rooting for you, Smilefly. Hang with Tracy. It'd be awesome if Tracy and Smile could get together here. And ladies, I'm not going to miss your finish. I will follow you to the end. We've got Didier. I'm just going to say Didier here. So it goes 2217. I've seen this name a lot too. GAC, I don't know this name. Oh, Honest Jack is here with Eat More Cake. Niagara Freewheelers, Eat More Cake, our rider from Wales. Someone just blew up there. Trigger 84 blew up. Something happened there to that rider. Seen Phil before. Here's Lloydie. Good job, Lloydie. Just get up it. You're up. You're getting to the toughest part now. Bouncing back to ProCat at the front. Look at ProCat taking off now. So look at that gap. Again, get that hill in between you and the other riders. You get to accelerate away as they're still slowly grinding up. Yes, they will catch up. So look at the gap between ProCat and Hyper Octopus. Soon as ProCat hits the hill, that gap is going to shorten right up. You can see the hill ahead of us right here now on the top of the screen. That's it. That's the end of the race right there. But then, you know, as Hyper gains, squishes that rubber band down, then they get slammed by the hill, and ProCat takes off again. And before you know it, the race just ends. You don't have any time left to make up the race. I'm going to stay on ProCat here only because I want to show you some of the gradients here. Let's watch ProCat get up this, and then we'll be able to jump back and catch everyone else. Because after this point, ProCat's gone. And again, anyone watching this, if you think this is really, really hard, it is hard. But it's doable because it's so short. This is only like maybe 500 meters long of your life. Just hunker down. Just going to watch the, so yeah, ProCat's, you know, 70s and 80s. Slowly drifting down. Lower RPMs. I'd love to know what kind of gearing ProCat's running here. I think, yeah, I might be a bit lower than this myself. But, yeah, spinning pretty good right now. So look at the distance that Hyper came back. Hyper was 700 meters behind. Now Hyper is only 150. Not really catching up, though, riders. It's just the accordion effect of the terrain and the riders. So now we're down to 128 meters. Just watch. By the time Hyper gets to the top, ProCat's going to be another 500-600 meters ahead again. And there's no way to catch him at that point. C. Ribbons doing a really, really good job here. pursuing Hyper Octopus. So, yeah, again, like we saw earlier, totally different styles here. Look at Octopus. Octopus sprinting now, spinning, 18%, probably knowing that C Ribbons is coming. So, Octopus looks like a spinner. Ribbons is definitely a spinner. They were like at 100 before. Now they're, almost touching 90. There's no way I could do this. Here's Oscar. Oscar's having a great ride. Oh, Oscar was just shut down there for a second. Now, I noticed earlier when we looked at Oscar, more of a grinder. Take a look at the cadence difference here. This is fascinating to me. Back to Chris. Sorry, I keep saying Chris. Sorry about that. Ribbons, much higher cadence. Octopus, just blasting it out. I wonder what kind of gears they have. Ribbons in the 50s. This is me. This is my pedaling style. I'm going to pop back a little bit here. Here's a rider, Caleb E. Haven't seen this rider before. I see DeRoy. Oh, look at this train here. Caleb E, DeRoy, and E Turcotte all together within 5 meters of each other. That's going to be a sprint finish right there. And check this out. Our Holly, 87, in 8th place overall. What an awesome job, Holly. This is fantastic. She is driving this race into the ground, folks. She's in the 18% segment. I think it kicks a tiny bit more. Here's the 21. Yeah, Holly, you got this. You got to race for your life now to stay away from these big guns coming after you. She's pulling up on E Turcotte and the 3 riders in front of her. They are right there. I suggested to Holly, I said, if you can get on some wheels on the flats, you're going to do good. Because I know she climbs really good. I first met Holly at our Cheddar Gorge event. I had no idea who she was. Didn't know her from a hole in the ground. And going up the climb, myself and Hardy, she just blew right past us. We were lucky that there's a big flat at the top and we were able to get past her and pull away. So she needs to get on those wheels if she can. She may have trouble here because they're already gone now, but right behind her is GTZR. So she needs to jump on GTZR's wheel and Chad's wheel as they come by, because that's going to happen. What an awesome job. Back to the front, Procat chilling. Absolutely chilling. Sipping his after protein drink, whatever you want to call it. Maybe having a coffee, maybe even having a beer at this point. He's so far ahead. We got Hyper Octopus. Still grinding pretty good. Pushing hard. C Ribbons, excellent job. I don't know this rider at all. I'd love to know more about them. So, folks, let's work down the field a bit here. GTZR is trying to catch up with Holly. Holly's kind of in no man's land now by herself. Be nice if they could catch up with her. Give her a hand. I don't know if she'll stay away. Mike, Flat Rider, Alex, just dripping back to 13th. But, oh yeah, here come the reinforcements. Here comes Big Bashak. Bashak and Alex should work really well here together. Alex, superstar ride today. Superstar ride. Alex is this really quiet guy. I don't think he knows how good of a cyclist he is yet. He's like making like leaps and bounds, getting stronger and stronger. AK Chris, this is great too, because Chris just joined our Discord. Another good ally to see on the field. We got Peter Otruba here. Hardy's right behind. Granddad Rick. These are all people I know. Hey, here's Bernard again. Megan Hill. Jay. Anthony doing great too. Anthony's doing very well. Anthony, 70-kilogram rider. Probably tired after his day of cross-country skiing yesterday. Probably just destroyed his legs yesterday, but he's out here doing it. Arluzar, I've seen this name too. Roger. Hey, GRC right there. Doing a great job riding with Paceline G. Balmic. I think I've seen this name a lot at the Muckers events. Nobby Styles. I know everyone here, folks. I've seen all these names. Here's Tony Yeager, John Chady, SR71. We got Kraken, another person I know. Silly Sill, right here. First time I've seen Silly. I saw her on the start shoot, Mr. Global Ragnar. Global's big on Instagram. He's got a YouTube channel going. Check him out. Does more of shorts and crazy stuff on there from what I've seen so far. Great to see you here. Stephen Ludford. I don't know why I said Ludford Stephen. Sorry about that. Farnham. He writes for Farnham Cycling Club. Hey, doing a great job. Tuna Tornado. Awesome. Great to see you out here. Okay, so that's 37th place. Who's this here? We got to watch this, folks. Yeah, we've already had finishes. I've missed the top 3. Sprint finish to the end. DeRoy, Caleb battling out 10, 11, 12 watts per kilo. E Turcotte coming in right behind them. Now, I think this is going to be Oscar. Okay, yeah. So Oscar, yeah, Oscar was chasing those three ahead. So Oscar's going to finish in 7th. We got Holly rolling in for 8th place. And yeah, take a look at this. I thought they might catch her, but just that downhill stuff, she's just putting enough. Holly's smashing it here. Holly, it will finish first woman place overall, 8th place. Wow, great ride, Holly. You killed it. GTZR coming in, 9th. Flat Rider finishing for 10th. Chad Ritchie right behind them, pushing some watts, trying to catch. Race is running out. Bashak is chasing after Mike B. ICC. Bashak is just pulled away from Alex for 13th and 14th place. I'm glad they're getting staggered here because I'm having trouble keeping up now. AK Chris coming in strong in 15th. Then we're going back to Peter here. Just cruising to the finish. Yep, oh, giving it a little dig now. No worries, Peter. You got that one. Hardy coming in 17th. Great job, Hardy. Granddad Rick riding just ahead of Bernard here in 18th. 2 Discord members. Probably worked together. I hope they did to help each other. Here's Bernard putting in some digs here. 7 watts a kilo at the finish. Cruising up on Granddad Rick. I don't think he'll catch him. Jay Margolius. Just, you know, chilling now, getting to the finish with Megan Hill chasing hard, though. You know, Megan's cruising now, too. Yeah, just let's get to the finish here, folks. Anthony G. I only saw Anthony a couple of times. Nice finish here, Anthony. Yeah, good little kick at the end here, 6 watts a kilo. Those cross-country ski legs are working. Roger is riding with Baumick. And there's Paceline G. I think Roger and Paceline G were together. God, all these names I see. Half the people I see here, I chat with on Discord like virtually 7 days a week. So it's good to see these folks out here. Lots of good allies on the field. I'm looking further back. I'm trying to watch these people here. So 23rd and 24th finishing. Paceline coming in. I see the field just absolutely spread out here. Arluzar finishing. Nobby Styles coming in. Silly Sill. I think Silly will finish 3rd overall for the ladies. She's with Kraken and Tony Yeager. This is kind of interesting here. Look at this. Nice little finish here. John is coming up quick. SR71. Yep, so it's SR71 coming. Then we got Global Ragnar behind. Yeah, everyone's pretty chill here. No one's going too nuts here at the finish. So here's Global. Global coming in. Pushing good. I know Global's what I call more of a heavyweight rider, or my style of riding, to be honest. Clydesdales, as Bashak likes to call them. Doing a good job here, pushing some good power. Looks like a 100 kilo rider or something like that. Here comes Steven. Tuna Tornado, member of the Discord. And Dark Thunder. The Chain Gang, I believe, is the team name. Good to see Dark Thunder out again. See them a lot. CJF Andel, I see this rider all the time. Thank you for participating. We got Rocket here, too. We got the Rocket. Riding together. This looks good. So I think all the places ahead are all finished. It's good. It's just so hard to pass here on this downhill. You're all bombing along. Like, look at Steven here. He's bombing along at 65k an hour. You're not going to pass now. I mean, there's a chance, right? So Dark Thunder's going to finish alone. Great job for the Chain Gang. CJF is with Rocket here. If they're going to get racy at all. I do want to jump back, folks, because I can see the field is everywhere at this point. Are they going to get sprinty? They're just marking each other. Nothing too huge there. BJM151, sorry I missed you. Matus, we're going to say. Great job. Tomas1976, I see Tomas all the time. Thank you for participating in our events. Great job, by the way. You're going to finish in 40th place. Ahead of Derus. This is a new rider to me. 70 kilogram rider, something like that. And the ever-present Eat More Cake from Wales. Always at our events. I think right now there's 2 riders that are tied. I think this is our 16th or 17th Sunday short race. And I think there's 2 riders that have done every single one. I've missed several, including today. Here's Kristen, Gem City ICC. Hey, Kristen, doing awesome out there. We got Phil chasing after Kristen. Honest Jack, Niagara Freewheelers. Here's Superstar. Always ready to race. Always gives 100%, this guy. Lordy doing fantastic out here too, chasing after Honest Jack. JAC, we're moving back through the field, 47th place. This is a rider I don't know, but doing quite well. Putting some big power at times. This rider here, we're just going to Cog. Cog is over the worst of it, Cog. You're doing great. You know, you're just going to be going through a couple of rollers here now, and then it's basically just cruising to the finish. So just chill out, take your time. Trigger, yeah, we saw Trigger blow up on that hill. Not sure what happened there. Total disconnect. Here is the rider called Didier. For whatever reason, just recovering down the hill, not pedaling at all, just getting ready to tackle this next. Ugh. And, you know, this can be pretty intimidating to people. Okay, Didier, are you going? What's going to happen here? I wonder if Didier just stepped away. You can do this, though. Yep, good job. Good job, Didier. Let's just pop back. Smilefly, yes, Smilefly, you got this. So Smilefly is just finishing up the first climb. Remember, like I said earlier, I think this is Smilefly's first ever race. I'm almost 100% positive of that, and one of her first ever times on an inside trainer. I'm not even sure she's really a cyclist, to be honest. But she's getting into it. You know, this is hard stuff. And I always say that to people, like, it's way harder for the people at the back. Again, if you've never heard the story before, I used to run sled dogs. I used to do different races, more of like distance dogs. So I would run, you know, a Saturday, Sunday. We would do like a 60-mile Saturday race, a 60-mile Sunday race, add the cumulative times, lowest elapsed time wins. But even a 60-mile race, there's guys that show up, and ladies too, and they know exactly what they're doing. It's like an art form. Drop the dogs, feed the dogs, water the dogs, make sure the dogs go to the bathroom, blah, 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 blah. And then I show up and I'm like, what am I doing? I'm putting harnesses on backwards. You know, when you're experienced at it, even though you can work extremely hard at it, it's easy for you. You know the routine. Whereas the newcomers show up and they're like, I don't even belong here. Like, you feel like a pretender. It's one of those things, right? You feel like a pretender. You're faking it. So it's very hard for back of the packers. So I give a lot of credit to anyone that's out there doing these kinds of things, because I know from my sled dog days, I felt like that all the time. I'd be lost out there. I did some races that were like 350 miles long. Half the time I didn't even know where I was going. Just following the trail. It's the dogs that know where to go, by the way. I was stopped in the middle of the night one time at a race, the Canadian Challenge. It's in northern Saskatchewan. And I was determined to make my dogs go to the right. I kept calling, you say G for right, you say haw for left. I kept calling G, 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 G. A racer pulled up behind me. His name was Ed. Haven't seen him in years. And he says, the trail goes to the left. My dogs have been trying to go to the left the whole time. They know, they're smelling the tracks and the dogs that were ahead of them. Anyway, total side story here. I did want to just pop back and see who we've lost. So we've lost So It Goes to a disconnect. We've lost Danon. Yeah, it looks like they all disconnected kind of at the same place. Not that far apart. If I go to a map mode here, yeah, they're all kind of blown up right through here. So I don't know if that's disconnect issues or they just said, I'm not doing this. Smilefly, you got through the worst of it. Good job. Just going to pop ahead here. We got two other riders ahead. We got Didier. And, Trigger 84. So we only actually have two active riders on the course. And, yeah, I'm going to cheer them on all the way. This is what we do. We want everyone to show up. We want all levels of racing. I mean, yeah, I want to see the big sprints. I want to see the beast dropping 6 watts per kilo on the flats. I want to see the small, lightweight climbers rocking up the hills like Holly 87 did today. Like, superstar Holly. You don't even know it. Yeah, you know what's funny too? Like, I reconned the ride yesterday, and before I went out for the evening, we were just chatting on our Discord group. And folks, Join a Discord group for cycling. It's so worth it. You don't have to show your face. You don't have to talk. It's just texting. Just think of it as texting with like-minded people that want to talk about biking and cycling and fixing bikes and racing and training. All the things that you're kind of obsessed with in your cycling brain that the rest of your family doesn't care about. Because that's my case, right? They're like, oh yeah, he loves the cycling. They don't want to hear about it though. And that's cool with me. That's what I got my Discord channel for. So, you know, join whatever Discord channel you want. If you want to join ours, that's fantastic. There's a link at the top of my YouTube channel that will take you to our Discord. You click that link. I'm trying to make sure it's active because I keep forgetting about it. Let's jump back to Smilefly. Look at Smilefly here. Like, I bet you when she was going up that hill before, she was ready to just like say, I'm done. And she got through it. Now, Smilefly, you're going to have to dig deep here because this is miserable, this part for you. I know. Just get rest up, drop all her gears down. She's probably dropping gears all the way down now. And she's just got a battle for about 600 meters. Now, let's just point out here too, she's probably got a really good coach standing there cheering her on. Slyfly. Now, I did say before too that this might have been her first time on a trainer, one of the first few times, but I just did notice she is a level 5, so she's been on the bike a little bit, but not a lot, folks. Like, take a look at the riders around her. Level 39, 30, 62, 66. Yeah, they're all high levels, right? So, Smilefly is pretty much new to the world of indoor cycling, and from what I know, absolutely new to the world of indoor racing. Let's just watch Smilefly go up the hill here. She's going to pass the Trigger 84 who had the mechanical. Big sip of coffee there, folks. Big sip of coffee. I'm expecting soon. I'll be doing my day. My wife will fall into a coma since she was up all night. That's what 4 chocolate bars and a bag of candy does to you. And she will regret it. Okay, yep. I can imagine the pain and suffering here. But again, just this little bit of... just a short term of suffering will get you to that flat section. And then you will feel like a champion. It's just one of those things, like, you know, I think it was Friday. I was feeling really lazy. Super lazy. And I'm like, yeah, I don't need to ride today. I don't want to ride. And then I was hanging out in the Discord channel for quite a while. And I had a little bit of guilt creeping in. So I think I went out and I think Friday I banged out Rendlestone. Another fantastic climb in the UK. I'm kind of obsessed with the UK climbs. Again, check out the dry stone walls. Like, it's fantastic. Like here, it looks like they built like a retaining wall out of it. Or that could be natural. I'm not even sure from here. Hard to tell. Yeah, where did I go there? I got lost. So again, yeah, Smilefly, 18%. It's going to blip to 21% just ever so briefly. You're through this. I'm going to actually just take a look at DDA here. I don't want to just ignore DDA. DDA, awesome job, dude. DDA 7. That's what you're always going to be known as to me now whenever I see your name. I hope to see you again. Finishing the ride. Great job, dude. You know, struggled on the hills a little bit, but got through it. And look at Smilefly here. 21%. Smashing her way up the climb. You know, not giving up is the key thing. Just don't give up. And as hard as it seems now, later on when you're done, with your feet kicked up on the couch, watching some random garbage on TV or on YouTube. Hey, I know a great YouTube channel, Inside Cycling World. Check it out. You can just think back like, yeah, I didn't give up. I didn't quit. I didn't just sit on the couch all day and do nothing. It's so easy to fall into that little mindset. So yeah, back to my other little side ramble there. Friday, feeling super lazy. It was like 4:30 in the afternoon for me. Wife's coming home shortly. In the Discord channel, everyone's just talking about their rides, their training, their this, their that. There's so many people in there and so much knowledge. Yeah, I jumped on the bike at 5 o'clock, banged out Rundlestone, and yeah, felt like $1 million. I find that for me, if I don't ride, I feel worse. So on my lazy days, I just find something short to do. It could be, and lately I've been doing just short climbs because I just want to, even though they're tough, I still want to do them and they don't take me all day. Like, 20-minute efforts, things like that. Smilefly, killing it. You've won already. I like your green socks. Green trim on the top. So here's Smilefly finishing up the toughest part. She's probably very relieved at this point. I and I don't know much about Smilefly. I don't know her background in cycling. Has she ever done a climb this tough before? I was under the impression that she hadn't. So this is great to see. Just proves you can do way more than what your brain tells you you can. When your brain's saying stop, you can just keep going. It's pretty easy. You just got to ignore it. Ignore. So let's just keep watching here, folks. I'll probably just pop away. I've got animals to feed and stuff here on the farm. But I'm going to hang around to the finish. Actually, it won't take her that long. Let me just go quiet for a bit. I'm going to drink some coffee. Yeah, that's right. Look at this champion here. Smilefly, I told you you could do it. I knew you could do it. How good does this feel to you right now? Awesome job. A couple of cyclists battling their way up the other way. So yeah, fantastic turnout. I think we had 80 registered, minus me. We got 50 finishers. We had a woman finish 8th place overall, which is incredible. Our Holly, 87. Super job here today, folks. Really appreciate all the support you're giving Team GRC and our Sunday short races. It's open to everyone. Everyone can be involved, all levels. We want the big hitters, which we get. We want the people that are starting out, which we get. And we will support everyone. See you again real soon.